What's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, people? It is your boy MM2K, and we are back for another episode of SSC Podcast. Let me introduce you to your other host. First and foremost, we got our good brother, Project Storm. Storm, how you doing today, man?
Yo, I'm all right. I'm all right. I could be better, but I'm all right, man. You know, working and everything, and gaming it has me scratching my head at times, but other than that, man, I'm good. Ready to get it in.
Hear that. And next up, we have our good friend and new host of the show, Peter Cottontail. Peter, what are you doing, man? How's it going?
Man, I'm okay. Same thing with Storm. I had today work,
man?
Bro, because man, work was something.
Cheer up, man.
Yeah, work was something special today. Now I'm home now though, and I got some stuff going on, but I'm home now, so it's okay. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good otherwise.
You hear these crumb bums? Well, we got a hell of a show. We're going to lighten the mood. We got a hell of a show because we're going to talk the big talk today. We got to have a grown-up conversation, a grown-up debate, whatever the case may be. And nobody's going to hold back. If you listen to what we were saying in the pre-show, nobody's holding back. Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say first and foremost. Stadia community, I love you. I love you. You guys are the best damn community out there. I've been gaming for over 35 plus years.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen stuff done in this community that I ain't seen done elsewhere. Now, is Stadia perfect? Are we going to bring that up? No. But there's a lot of things that people enjoy. You know, there are things that I enjoy that y'all don't, and I, you know, whatever, vice versa.
Yep.
But one thing that I'll never succumb to is this belief that the Stadia community is toxic or bad or all that other stuff in general. You know what I'm saying? We're full of tech enthusiasts, people that pivot off of facts. And when we feel like a whole bunch of stuff is being thrown at us that is non-factual, we respond. We're a tech enthusiast group. That's what we do. I know that as being a nerd from way back, from back in the Revenge of the Nerd days. That's what we do.
Man.
But also what we do here is we don't sugarcoat stuff. You're going to hear opinions from all spectrums. You're going to hear Storm. You know, Storm don't bite his tongue. Neither does Pete. I got my perspective of stuff. You're going to hear all perspectives. With that being said, you're going to hear us give our perspectives responsibly. We're going to take our roles here responsibly. We're not going to go out all into the Canoeville and all other stuff. We're going to pivot from a place of responsibility when we talk about where we're coming from as far as this is concerned. So I just had to throw that out there. Sorry. Let's get back into the show now. All right. So today we're going to talk about, on episode 77, our thoughts on the Ubisoft Stadia relationship, the dynamic, the pros and cons, and the best foot forward, because there are a lot of questions and concerns, reasonable ones, that are from the Stadia community that we can have responsible conversations about. All right. We're going to also talk about what was in today's delayed this week on Stadia blog. Well, we're going to grade that and talk about that. And then we're just going to talk about a lot of the content that has come this week and some. You're going to want to stay tuned for the after show because we got a hell of an after show. We're going to be talking about Nintendo Switch getting the Kingdom Hearts games, recent Kingdom Hearts games, but they're not getting them natively. They're getting them via the cloud. And people are losing their lunch over this. You gotta see it to believe it. We're going to talk about that in the after show. But with that said, Storm, let's shout out the chat first, and then we're going to get into what you and Pete been playing this week.
All right, man. We're going to start from the top to the bottom. We're going to get the early birds up in the house, man. Stadia Dosage News first in the chat. Now we can't let Stadia Dosage News be first in the chat, man. We got Vic.
What's up with y'all?
We got Vic Del Maestro in the building, man.
Vic?
We got let me see him scroll down because Vic was saying some stuff, man, that we're gonna get into. We're gonna get into a lot of it.
Yep.
Mike Roth is in the house, man. Ron Slusher is in the building. What's going on? We can't get you with the van, Ron. We got something else planned though. We're gonna get you with an aerial. We're gonna get you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. All right. We got Raven
aerial style.
Yeah, right. We got Raven in the building. Raven Anime in the house, man. Jay Smith saying what's good. Geek to Sneak. Chariot Man Gaming. Inlay. I want to pay attention to this one today because the passion of the gamers are coming out, man. The passion of the gamers, not the bashing of the platform, not the none of that stuff, right? The passion of the gamers, man. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind, y'all.
Right? Do we got it? Okay, we got everybody. And we also want to give a
Foremost
huge shout. Oh, go ahead.
Is in the building. Foremost just popped up. You know what I'm saying? He's in the building. I do know that guy.
Oh man, sorry, that's me. I know
who it is.
Oh yeah, I'm just.
We call our own names out.
Shout out to myself.
Yeah, man, we call our names out. I'm not in the chat yet. I got to make sure that I don't get tomatoes thrown at me, man.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, we good. I also want to give a special shout out to the homie Raven Anime, who just became a member of Raven. And look, man, again, I gotta focus on this because I just don't like false narratives being pushed. That's why I guess I rub people the wrong way. But I've taken a new leaf. I've stopped interacting with people, and I don't want to break the Fabergé egg or Fabergé eggs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't interact with everybody anymore. I just keep to myself, do my thing. With that being said, I love the community because the community knows how to have these discussions. There are those of us that know how to have them responsibly. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to sit there and say, oh, you know what? Assassin's Creed Valhalla's 60 frames per second patch came a year later. Some of us having a responsible conversation might go through the bounds of, well, why did it take so long? What's up with that? What's up with the support? Somebody else would say, well, that sign that I just saw Grace Yang and what's the new social media? Shaka. I saw that signs that Grace Yang and Shaka, they're about to catch an Uber over to Microsoft and join them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the out of bounds stuff, the crazy stuff that we're saying is not part of the responsible conversation. All right. So that's all Stadians want. They want a responsible conversation about this new and emerging tech. Doesn't always have to be positive. We're not always positive. Hey, look, Storm and I, and then Pete after the fact, we was the ones beating the drum about the 60 frames per second thing, right? Am I right or am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? So give us our flowers now. So you can have critical conversations without them being out in the ethos. That's all Stadians ask for. But I digress. I'm sorry. But shout out to Raven Anime, who's someone that don't agree with him in 2K, but he's still a supporter of the platform. Love you, bro. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out. All right, let's get into it. What y'all been playing, man? We'll start with you, Storm, first, and then we'll go to Pete. What you been playing, bro?
All right. I got a whole laundry list, man. Let me see how I can shorten this up. You know me, I dibble and dabble all over the place. Played a little bit of Amazon Luna yesterday, though. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay.
I did get it in. Stadia version, the Luna version. That's an interesting one, y'all. It wasn't a direct comparison. I don't do those. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay away from direct comparisons because you got to have the proper equipment and all that stuff for that, man. But anyway, that's on the channel. Just dropped that yesterday. Played some FIFA 22 on Stadia. I love the way it performs and all that. I wish it was a little bit crispier, but that's about it. That's all. I wish it was a little bit cleaner. But that's that. 60 FPS. The game is smooth. Is cool. It's beautiful. The team it plays the way it's supposed to be played, and that's what I can say about the game. Now, I do switch tracks and go back and forth, man. But I've been on Lemnis Gate on xCloud for PC or whatever, right? So definitely playing a lot of my PC, as you all could tell. Just messing around, having fun, dropping these videos, man. 8K resolution, native, and with resolution scaling on. And I'll tell you something about resolution scaling, right? And see, this is why these sliders are very important. I'll get into that in a minute when it goes back to Luna, right?
Yep.
But resolution scaling, man, it's kind of like DLSS and all that stuff these days where, AI is helping out in different areas. We heard checkerboard rendering last generation, all that kind of stuff, right? But with resolution scaling, man, if you put it at the right number, what I'm finding out with 8K gaming, man, oh man, it looks crispy, MM2K. I mean, I hope maybe you all can agree that when I put those videos out there, some are native, and then RTX 3080 can't really do native 8K gaming a lot. But anyway, it's interesting, bro. It's real interesting how good it looks. Like, it looks almost like if I didn't show you that res scaling was on, you might not even know. But anyway, that's that. Now, so the games, it's Forza 7, man. Hop back on that one. Astra Ascending. Tried that. It's Game Pass. Let me see what else, man, because there's so much Scarlet Nexus. There's so many games I've been trying, man. But I also, like I said, I jump back and forth. I go still do the usual Stadia games, Destiny 2, Division 2, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and we'll get into that one. But man, I just jumping from game to game to game is how I do it these days, y'all. It makes me happy. I'm good. I get to experiment with so many different games versus never playing those games in an entire generation. So that's why I do that. But that's just some of the ones I've been messing around with. And I'm sure Sekiro did a Sekiro stream on Stadia. It was brilliant in my opinion against the Guardian Ape. I got thrashed, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna come back like I did with the rest of them, Genichiro and everybody other boss I faced before him, and I'm gonna get my revenge. That's all to it.
He's coming back. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, Peter Cottontail, let us know, brother. What have you been playing since last episode?
Man, I got a laundry list too, but my list is probably like double storm, so I'm only gonna list some of them.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking
So I've been straight addicted to New World by Amazon. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's like straight up all I've been
that.
playing.
Got out.
I'm gonna get
Got
that.
out.
Bro, it's so good. It's so good. I've been playing New World, kind of switching back between Warframe and New World. I'm actually getting the urge to rage at Apex Legends. Why? I don't know, but that's currently updating as we speak. Honestly, also for a second, all right, Storm, I gotta apologize to you, bro, because I've been playing Control and I don't know what the hell happened. But the quality since it came on to Pro seems to be a lot better, and I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you after that. After you're done, I will tell you. Now I like that. See, I get down with Pete, man. Y'all gonna understand, man. Pete is here for a reason. I'm telling you. Chemistry wise, he fits right in, man. So videos on my channel. But Pete, go back to you, man.
All right, so yeah, I've been playing all of that. I kind of want to get FIFA 22 just because it's next gen, and I'm really need to save money. But I'm like, I found out that Assassin's Creed Rogue was remastered, and I love like almost all the Assassin's Creed games, bro, and it's at 4K 60, and I'm like, I was like, don't buy it. So I'm like halfway tempted to get that too. But yeah, bro, mainly just playing New World and Warframe. Been on my PC, been playing Control on Stadia. There was another game on Stadia that I started playing. Crap. Dude, I don't even remember the name of
one
it.
of the newer ones that just dropped because I had to think myself, man. No lie.
Bro, I'm telling, like, people be saying there's no games on Stadia, but the thing is I can't even remember what I'm playing right now because there's that many games.
Yo, I did
start getting back into Red Dead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I mean, yeah, that's all. I'll probably come up with it later during the after show. But yeah, I've mainly New World in Warframe because I have my MMO addiction back for the time being.
What's up? That's what's up. I was hoping my MMO addiction would be scratched with ESO. ESO is getting so much content on there, but and I want to play it on Stadia, but it's only 30 frames, and that's a juddery 30 frames. So that's when I realized, y'all, that I couldn't do 30 frames even on Stadia. It was going to be like a challenge for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm fading in and out too, because I'm seeing a lot of buffering
A
happening.
little bit, a little bit. I mean, I
A
can't hear
little bit.
whatever noise. I heard a little bit of that high frequency, but it wasn't. It's not enough to stop the show though.
It's not as bad as it was. Your feedback or whatever you had last stream isn't as bad now.
Okay. So yeah, we working things out. I'm gonna make one last adjustment before we. I'm gonna be making one last adjustment before we go. Well, after the show was done. So hopefully by next show we'll have everything together. I promise. All right.
Yeah.
Well, what I've been playing? I've been playing some Division 2. I've played some Assassin's Creed Valhalla. As y'all saw me on Twitter. I tried to upload a clip and it wouldn't let me. It was too crisp. It was too crisp for Twitter. Twitter couldn't handle it. And then what else did I play? That's about it. I didn't play. No. I played some more. Damn, what's the Bethesda exclusive on PlayStation 5? That's crazy to say. Deathloop. I played a little bit more Deathloop. And I got some footage of that for y'all, some crispy footage of that. And I played something else. I can't remember. But what I did do, Storm, I didn't get a chance to rap to you about it. But what I did do, bro, is I got the setup. Everything's set up now. It's ready to go. So the crispy 4K series is going to be the MM2K crispy 4K series is going to be a thing for now on. So we're definitely going to get into that, and it's going to be all platform Stadia included. You know what I mean?
Nice,
all right.
Nice.
So with that said, let's get into these topics, man. Let's talk.
You
about
sure?
them.
Are you sure?
Hey, look, man.
You sure we don't want to finagle it a little bit longer, man, for an hour? Because man, you sure? All right, let's go.
What you gotta,
I'm ready.
What you gotta understand, Storm, is now the mantle's been passed on us. We gotta, even though we didn't want this, we ain't wake up. It fell and hit us in the face, splat, like some bird poop. Hit us right in the face. We now gotta show the community how you have responsible conversations, even when you're being critical. That's why this is what we got to do. You ain't coming out there like drunk Uncle Teddy. Yeah, the unicorn stuck me in the neck. Yeah, we ain't out here talking wild and crazy. We're going to show the community how to have responsible, fact-pivoted conversations, even when we're being critical. So we definitely got to do this now, man. So first and foremost, well, before we get into you know what? It's the real adult conversation is sprinkled through all of the topics today, but we're going to start first and foremost with the Stadia blog. So, you know how we do. Let me show you something. But first, let me type it in first before I show you something. All right. This week on Stadia, Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Rogue, the Falconer Warrior Edition, and more. So we had some AC Valhalla. Now, all the new content was this. AC Valhalla Performance Mode, a free Ghost Recon Breakpoint pack, a free Ghost Recon Wildlands Ultimate pack, and the ESO Bounties of Blackwood. So let's start there with the content first, not necessarily the games. What did you guys think about that in the blog? Who wants to take that first?
Nah, Storm, you can go. You can,
man.
No.
All right, honestly, the Ghost Recon thing, let me ask you this, Moss. Is there anything about performance in that one? Because I really haven't even gotten a chance to check it out. But I was in tune with Twitter yesterday, and I saw people talking about it and all that. But did they mention any kind of like performance, like any kind of changes or whatever?
You talking about with Valhalla?
Ghost Recon now.
Oh, the Ghost. Well, I don't know. I've played Ghost Recon Breakpoint recently on Stadia. I can say this: what Ubisoft has been doing, which is cool for them and cool for those that are okay with 30 frames per second. What they've been doing is they've been stabilizing the 30 frames per second mode, and they've been going back to the performance mode and been working on the draw distances, been upgrading the textures and stuff like that. So Ghost Recon Breakpoint in particular looks pretty damn good on Stadia right now. It used to be a mess. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Now, the last time you told me that, a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago, you said the same thing, man. Remember, you said Ghost Recon Breakpoint looks good now, boy. I went over there, Moss. All I can say is it was the same to me. That's all I can say now.
I don't know what you had, bro. I don't know what you had. You had some old Milwaukee then? I'm telling you.
No.
Hey,
not that day.
I'm going to have to drop that. I got footage. I'm going to drop it, but go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Look. I'll try it again. I'll boot it up during the show. Everybody knows, man, I boot up games during the show. It's not, because of the cloud, you could do that with no problem, seamlessly and all that with no interference. So I will be doing that, man. I will do that. I have games installing right now too. So, but Moss, man, yeah, I just when you talk about Ghost Recon, I just get saddened by the fact that right there, Wildlands has that 60 mode and it just transforms Wildlands like beyond belief, man. I love the way Wildlands perform. I like the look of it and all that stuff. So I'm like, come on, man, why would they do Breakpoint like that? I was highly anticipating that game, But anyway, whatever, like the content coming, that's always going to be good no matter what is happening. Like last TWoS we talked about, that was the I want to use the right words, man. That one wasn't too. Was that the one I'm talking about? The one with the DLC for was it ESO and what else? Like where it was only two. Like it was just DLC. You know what I'm talking about? Like so
that
now
was last. I think that was last
the week before. Yeah, so it was kind of light, put it like that, right? But anytime content or whatever comes out is always going to be a good thing, man. So I have to look into this because with all the noise about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Far Cry, I really didn't even look at the this week on Stadia at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I did see people talking about their reactions and stuff like that. Was pretty much all I needed, man. But I do want to chime in, but I want to hear what you all had to say first. That's why I wanted Pete to go first, man. But Pete was like, nope, not having it. So
I had to gather my thoughts, to be honest.
Right, what was you gonna say, Pete?
Oh no, I had to gather my thoughts for a second, so my bad. My brain was like kind of scrambled.
Hold on one second. They said is it everybody in the chat? Is it still buffering for you? Let me know. I'm trying to adjust some things. They said it was.
It was a little bit when I was watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching it too, and I thought it was just me because I'm downloading something, but I think it's you.
Yeah, no, it's something going on over here because I can see some buffering. But I saw some buffering, but it looks like it finally stopped. But okay, so I'll hop in and then I'll let Pete collect his thoughts. My thoughts on it is that if you look at the content, I don't play ESO again because it's 30 frames per second. And I can't play it. I mean, unless they made enhancements to the 30, like what we're seeing Ubisoft do with like Far Cry 5 and what I saw them do with Breakpoint.
You're breathing in the mic, homie.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, that's all right.
But I doubt it because it's ESO, it's Bethesda and it's Microsoft. So I doubt that they made any enhancements there. They're just putting out the content as it goes. The real winner to me is this performance mode with Assassin's Creed. This Assassin's Creed performance mode, my God. I played it first. Shout out to the homie Jonathan Davila. He said it's out. And I was like, oh, let me get on this. So in between putting out, rolling out PNTS Network and doing some other things, I hopped on it real quick. And I said, I got to capture this footage. And it looked like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, it looked like it was like a 1800p, even higher. Like I wouldn't say it was quite 4K when I first logged on, but it was high. And the performance, there was a little bit of judder at first. It's like the system had to load all the assets and stuff like that, and there was a little bit of judder for like the first like 5 seconds, but after that it was buttery smooth. So I got a snippet of it, and I'm trying to put this snippet online somehow, but I couldn't. So I was like, all right, I'll get back to it later. Did some things. Oh, excuse me. Did some things. Came back to it later on the day, several hours later. It still looked good, and it's definitely performed. It was performing even better. Like there were no judders at the beginning, but it didn't look as good. So it was like one of those situations where I think Ubisoft may have heard complaints about performance issues because it looked too, you know what I'm saying, and they brought it down a little bit. It still looks good though. It still looks real good. But having that 60 frames per second mode really provided an enjoyment for me, and now I feel like I can play the game on Stadia. So I had a lot of fun playing it last night. The footage will be out tomorrow. I don't want to overload the members. We got after party today. I'll put the AC Valhalla footage out tomorrow, and then we're going to do Mafia this week as well. So yeah, but those are my thoughts on the content. Pete, did you have any thoughts before we went on to the games?
All right, so now that I got myself collected, so I haven't played Valhalla in a while because I did have Ubisoft Plus. Then I'm just paying like a lot of money right now between like all the subscription services, so I stopped it because I'm not taking like full advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was playing, honestly, it wasn't bad as it stood. I beat all of like the main story, and got like halfway through the Ireland and stuff DLC. I think I stopped playing like a month before the Siege of Paris DLC dropped, and then I found out that it got the 60 FPS performance mode, which is interesting because I don't know if either of you remember when it was listed a while. It was listed a few months ago, but it never showed up in game, so everyone's just like, "What's going on?" They were like, "You have it listed that Stadia has a performance mode, but it's not there." Um, and now that it has 60 FPS, I'm kind of anxious to just straight buy Valhalla because of the fact that it has a 60 FPS mode now, and I
Mm-hmm.
never really did finish all of it. And God, I do love all the environments in it. As for Breakpoint and its update, it's not it's honestly not bad. I'm gonna go and Storm, don't get mad at me for this, but I do agree with Moss because Breakpoint looks better than it did. I can't really explain it. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that it's still not as good as it should
Yeah,
be,
it's not
but
division. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, definitely not. But the quality's gotten better, and like I
Mm-hmm.
used to see like really jagged edges, and now I can't see that anymore, which irritates me. And we'll talk about that during the after show. That there's incremental updates constantly across all these games, but it's never ever like publicly mentioned, which annoys me to like no end. Um,
Hey Pete,
but yeah,
hold on
this
1 second, Pete. Let me. Hey y'all, I'm gonna do this because I saw the buffering came back. I'm gonna make a quick change. It's gonna take 10 seconds. So hold on 1 second. Pete, I don't want them to miss anything that you got to say. So hold on 1 second. Let me do this.
Yep.
Stay.
Mhm.
Don't go anywhere, y'all. We're just gonna